The Mushinkai brought along a real beast. His name is Golem, and he used to be a professional wrestler. His career took a dive when he went overboard and killed his opponent during a match. Ever since then, he's been active as a prize fighter in underground fighting circles. 2 of Glenn's boys were beat down pretty badly by Golem in the industrial district. We've got no choice but to deck this guy right here and now. He's dangerous. So take a backup and be careful. That's my brother, Lin Fong. So he was back in town. But why now? After all this time? When our father died, I was given control over Chinatown. That didn't sit well with my brother, so he skipped bail. So it seems Lin Fong is the one in charge of the Tinjiao now. Don't take him on just yet. I'm sure he's got something up his sleeve. We should wait and see what he's up to. One more thing. He's an expert when it comes to swords. Our father was, after all, Chinatown's master swordsman. Napalm 99 is also reporting to the Mushinkai now. They put those scumbags in charge of car security. It's a perfect job for a bunch of lowly hoods. This one's an easy job. Go and give those watchdogs a hard time before their masters return. Mushinkai are gaining control of the city's underworld. Mackenzie walking together with a Mushinkai killer confirms that. Well, they can take this city over my dead body. They couldn't have pulled this off in such a short time unless there's a powerful figure behind their organization. They've got to find out who that is. And then there's dealing with my brother. Leave that one up to me. I'm going to do a little digging of my own. Lin Fong's men have hit Kadonashi Dojo's turf. Kadonashi's disciples are in way over their heads with Lin Fong's men, so I'm sending you in to bail them out. The Tinjiao don't appear to be armed, but they are masters of unarmed combat, so watch yourself. Mushinkai is meeting in their urban district hideout right now. Lucky for us, they've assigned guard duty to a bunch of unarmed nobodies. Now's our chance to strike. Let's see how well they do without their swords.
Hey!
in Napalm 99 when he was patrolling the urban district. Being pumped at the chance to settle an old score, he's probably already kicking ass and taking names. Even so, he might have bitten off more than he can chew. Go and lend him a hand. Just entered this building. Hate to ask you this, but I'd like you to tail him and check the place out. Remember, the whole place is enemy territory. If you get spotted, abort the mission and fall back. Their headquarters is somewhere in this area. They're not gonna let us escape that easily. Golem's waiting to jump you as you leave the parking lot, and unfortunately, you won't be getting any backup on this one. You're going in solo. We'll figure out our next move once you take care of business. got to be up to something. I need to know where their hideout is located and who's pulling the strings behind the scenes. Capture one of the Tin Zhao guys. We'll make him talk. Don't jack him too much or else he won't be any use to us. But break a leg or two so that he won't be running off anywhere soon. We got him to spill pretty much everything we needed to hear. I'll fill you in on the details later, but we don't have time for chit-chat right now. Several members of the Tin Zhao are on their way over here. I'm not sure whether they're planning on rescuing their comrade or killing him before he's had a chance to flip. In any case, they've got to cancel their reunion. I've got some minor business to attend to just now, so I'll leave the situation in your hands.
This is Lin Fong. What? Are you surprised to hear from me? We'll get over it. Do you have any idea where my sister Shunying is? Well, I do. I bet you have a lot of questions for me right now. I've sent some of my boys over there. If there's anything you'd like to know, feel free to ask them. But I must tell you, they're not the most talkative types. Guess it was my bad to send over tongue-tied imbeciles to get the job done. Cut me a little slack. But you've still got questions, right? Well, I've got your answers. But you'll need to get yourself over to Green Hill. Alone, of course. I told Gollum to kill her the moment he finds her. You probably won't see her again alive. Such a shame. If you want to save her, you better find a way to track her down before Gollum gets his hands on her. There's probably not much you can do at this point, but let me wish you the best of luck.